Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, and glory to our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone who do rule and teach well. Peace and blessing salutations, Yahweh, Bashmel Shai, Barakatham, to you sincere, Akim, pushing this gospel to the four corners of the earth, laboring this truth in all diligence, righteousness, and sincerity, and to the few sincere Aquath that listen and learn as well in silence. To you I say Shalom. So it's your brother Azariah, back in the spirit with another lesson, going into the devilish ways of the so-called white man, which is Esau Edom. And came across this video right here. As you see the title, Coca-Cola is killing thousands in this Mexican town. And this is what Esau do, because Esau likes to put the narrative out there that, Jake, the so-called black man, the so-called Hispanic man, the Native American man, that's the problem of the earth. That's why everything is going to hell. That's why everything is out of order. But when you really look, into the truth of the matter, it's really the so-called white man that's the problem. And see, Esau is a master at manipulation and projection. See, the things that he does, he likes to put that onto other people so that he takes the spotlight off of himself. You see, and that's what the devil does, okay? Because we go into the word devil, it means to be adverse, to be a deceiver. All right, and this man has deceived the entire earth to, make the nations believe that he's the good guy, to make them believe that he's here to bring order, to bring civilization, to bring prosperity, when, that's the complete opposite. All right, this man has been set up to bring death upon the earth and confusion. All right, so what you have, and you have Esau, he puts his corporations in these different nations, this one dealing with Mexico, but he's put his corporations, these, multi-billion dollar corporations in these countries, and he sets them up as a lord over the people out there, okay? Because these are, especially, when he goes to these poor communities, where Jake is at, what I'm saying? He sets up these factories and corporations, and he makes his poison, okay, which Coca-Cola is nothing but poison, man. All right, straight sugar, carbonation, and it's just not good for your health. But out there in these countries, he promotes this thing as something that's healthy for you, as something that's beneficial. All right, even to the point where Jake has turned Coca-Cola basically into an idol, into a god, and you'll see that in this video. You see, but being that the people out there don't have much education, they don't have much access to opportunity and things of that nature. When Esau brings his corporations out there, the people gravitate towards that because it's a sense of pride that they derive from working for the so-called white man. Okay, and this is one of many reasons why this man got to go, why the Lord's going to destroy this man and confound him, because he's bringing death to Jake, man, and he has no remorse. He's making trillions of dollars in profit, off of our people and destroying them. So he's really killing two birds with one stone. But this man has killed millions, what I'm saying? And if he was allowed to continue, he would kill millions more. Because that's just the way that the devil get down. What I'm saying? But before we get into it, right, let's get John 10 and 10. Because Yahweh Shah said that the thief cometh not but for to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And that he's talking about Esau, the so-called white man, right? John 10 and 10 in the KJV. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. So if Yahweh Shah said that I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly, that means that the thief, which is Esau Edom, all right, that he comes to bring death. and that he comes to make sure that you don't have life more abundantly, you see. So that's the whole, contrast with this thing, man. The Esau, he's been set up to bring death to the planet Earth, all right? And this video right here we're going to tap into is a prime example of that, all right? So we in a time, man, where the man is saying he's being revealed, and all his wicked works are being brought to the light, So without further ado, we're going to check out this 5-minute video, and Lord willing, this is edifying.
¿Qué quieres?
Una Coca-Cola.
¿Por qué?
Me gusta mucho.
Ask her if she knows that people in Chiapas drink more Coke than any country in the world per capita.
Sí, eso es cierto.
Have you ever seen one of these things with a Coke sign on it? Me either. I'm out here in the middle of the jungle in a tiny town, and all they have in that fridge behind me is Coca-Cola. What to get? So we got the 3 liter, 2.5, and 2. Just a random corner in San Cristobal, and it's a Coke store. Listen, when I'm traveling, nothing tastes better than an ice-cold Coca-Cola. It's refreshing, it's a familiar taste, and it just gives me this subconscious feeling of being home. But after spending the majority of the last month in Mexico, I found out that Mexican Coca-Cola is actually made differently than back in the States. Here, it's made with real cane sugar as opposed to high fructose corn syrup, which is much more delicious. I swear to God, Coke just tastes that much better in Mexico. But some parts of Mexico have gone overboard with their Coca-Cola consumption, just like right here in Chiapas. Also known as Mexico's southernmost state and one of the poorest. In fact, people in Chiapas drink more Coke per capita than any country in the entire world. Can you believe that?
¿Cuántas de estas te tomas al día?
Ay, 3 litros.
¿3 litros?
3 liters en un día.
So you got Jake out there in Mexico drinking 3 liters of Coke in one day, which is well over the amount, I'll just say this. You shouldn't be drinking no damn soda anyway. Okay, soda is extremely bad for you. It's high in sugar, you know what I'm saying? It tears up your insides, and the carbonation is not good for your digestive tract, you know what I'm saying? But out there, then people don't know no better. And then Esau, he pushed the propaganda because just like here in America, you know what I'm saying, white ice is colder, you know what I'm saying, white ice is better. So when you have a population of poor people that don't have much opportunity, and they've been told that they're less than because they're darker skinned and they don't have it they don't have as much as the so-called white man. When Esau go down there and he push his corporations, they look at it as something better, you know what I'm saying, that this is civilization, that this is something that we need to tap into because it can benefit us. But indeed, it's the opposite, you know what I'm saying? That's Esau's narrative and his false propaganda that he pushed all across the earth. All right, so much so to where the people idolize these, so-called white corporations, man, to where they really believe that if they ingest so much Coca-Cola, that they will become just as good as the so-called white man, that they're actually doing something good for themselves. This is how deep that the psychology goes for our people, all right? And it's not only in Mexico. This is all across the earth. But Mexico, as you heard, Chiapas, they consume the most Coke in the whole world per capita, all right? Which you'll see that them people out there, they got major health issues, diabetes, obesity, and all these type of things that did not exist before Esau's corporations came in and took over. But let's continue.
Wow. What is it?
It goes down really well with your food.
According to a 2019 study by the Chiapas Research Center, Coke drinkers in this state enjoy an average of 821 liters per person per year. That is equivalent to 2.2 liters per person per day. For comparison, Americans drink 3% of that amount on average. Would you say Coke is the most popular drink that you sell here? Yeah. So why do they drink so much Coca-Cola in Chiapas compared to the world? It all comes down to 2 things: accessibility and price. Salud.
Salud.
Coca-Cola is often easier to find than bottled water, and it's just as cheap. I'm talking just 30 cents.
So this is how Esau do, all right? Because them people out there, they drink more Coke than water, okay? And he makes the price of his product so cheap that people can indulge in this, all right, more than healthy alternatives. You see, and then you have the pharmaceutical industry in Mexico. They making the killing. You know what I'm saying? Coca-Cola, they making the killing as well. So Esau benefits from all of this confusion and all of this debauchery, man. Okay? Put this on D&D. Esau benefits from all this, okay, because he's the devil. And ultimately, this is his MO, to destroy. As you read in John 10:10, the thief cometh not before to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Okay? So you can get a liter of Coke out there for 30 cents on the dollar. You know what I'm saying? So them people out there, they going gung-ho crazy with that Coca-Cola. Okay? And they also incentivize the people as well that for every Coca-Cola bottle that they drink, if they turn it in and recycle it, they get money back for whatever they recycle to buy more Coke. Okay, so Esau, he incentivizes the people to drink Coke and also recycle the bottles so they can enjoy more of his product. This is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Let's continue.
Literally in this fridge you can find more Coca-Cola than water. It's absurd. 2 rows of water, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows of Coke. There's a massive bottling plant here in San Cristobal that produces and distributes Coca-Cola all around the state. Right now we're walking to the big Coca-Cola factory right in the city of San Cristobal. But Coca-Cola even goes a step further than just a drink. To the Tzotzil indigenous people in Chiapas, Coke is spiritual and deeply intertwined with their culture. In a town called San Juan Chamula, you can see bottled Coke as an offering in their main place of worship. They believe that Coke can heal the sick, proving to be one of the most interesting rituals I've ever seen.
So you see this madness, all right? The brainwashing and psychology is going so deep to where these people here, they've actually made Coke basically a god, to where they use it in their rituals. They worship Coke at the altar. Okay, and it shows you that it's a Jake, man, because our people are under the curses, all right? And Esau, he forwards the affliction. You know what I'm saying? Esau, he forwards the affliction, and he capitalizes off of our people's lack of understanding, you see. But this is how deep that it goes out there, to where these people have literally made Coca-Cola an idol, okay, to where they worship it. And this is why they love to have it so much, man. Let's continue.
In a town called San Juan Chamula, you can see bottled Coke as an offering in their main place of worship. They believe that Coke can heal the sick, proving to be one of the most interesting rituals I've ever seen. Holy man. So we arrive here in Chamula and we walk down through the market to the church, buy a ticket to go inside, and all of a sudden this massive parade starts. I got really scared because I heard all these loud like gunfire. Oh. God, man. I can't see anything. Oh. I've never seen anything like this before in my life.
There was a huge parade with explosions all over the main plaza, like it's the same.
When we went inside of the church, we saw these rituals and they had these Coca-Cola bottles on the floor, people playing music.
They make its own ritual, like they drink the Coca-Cola to exhale all the bad spirits inside of them. After they purify their bodies drinking posh, just inside in the middle of the church.
Right, and then as soon as you walk outside, everyone's on the side drinking Coke. Like every single person had a Coke in their hand. I don't know, it was crazy. As a result of all this Coke drinking, it's no surprise to hear that the effect on public health has been devastating. Diabetes has become a major problem in Chiapas, claiming more than 3,000 lives a year. It's now the second leading cause of death in the state, behind heart disease.
And this is all from Esau's corporations. You see, before Esau came in with these billion-dollar corporations with Coca-Cola, these problems did not exist. So this shows you that the white man, he is death, man. He is the harbinger of death. Whenever he shows up, things begin to deteriorate, degrade, and ultimately die. Okay? Prime example, you look at the Americas before the arrival of Esau, the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? You could actually go up to any river and drink out of it and not have any adverse health effects. You know? The air quality was much better. The vegetation was much more nutritious and bioavailable. Okay, when this man shows up, you can't drink out of the rivers no more. You know what I'm saying? You can't even swim in the rivers no more because there's so many toxins, there's so much runoff from these factories and everything that he got set up. The air quality is horrible. You know what I'm saying? This man creating cloud seeding projects to where he puts all kind of toxic metals up there in the atmosphere to where when it rains now, it comes down upon you and it makes you sick. This man said spraying chemtrails. You know what I'm saying? So everything that this man does, it leads to death, man. He this man's the devil. All right, let's get Habakkuk. Because as I said, man, the man of sin, he's been revealed in these last days. Habakkuk 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up in is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he's a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell. Okay, the so-called white man, he got over 250 plus military bases across the planet Earth. This man keepeth not at home. Right now, he's trying to go to war with Venezuela. He's trying to go to war with Taiwan. He's in war with Ukraine and in Gaza. You know what I'm saying? He trying to go to war with Nigeria and other countries, man. So this man's all over the place. He keeping not at home, which he's supposed to be in Mount Seir, but he's not there. All right, this man's everywhere where he's not supposed to be. All right, who enlarges his desire is hell. He's made the earth a living hell. All right, because when Esau shows up, things start to die. Okay, people get diabetes, people get cancer. You know what I'm saying? People die prematurely because his way of a life leads to death. You see, his desire, he will enlarge his desire as hell and is as death. You see, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long to him that ladeth himself with the clay? And that's Esau. Okay, he goes around the earth, he sets up these corporations, he gets these nations in debt. All right, he enslaves the poor so that he can continue to make a profit and destroy and subjugate you. Okay, this is what the devil does, man. And see, we're in a time where this man, he's not able to get away with this stuff no more, man. But you know what I'm saying? This video was a prime example of what he's been doing across the planet Earth. And again, he'll tell you that the so-called black man, all right, is the problem of the earth. You know what I'm saying? He'll tell you that the Hispanic man is why things are all out of order. When in fact, it's really him. You see, and that's the gaslight that his devil like to do. You know what I'm saying? Take the pressure off of himself and put it on everybody else. But, we're in a time where the spirit of the Lord is revealing this damn devil and it's not working no more. All right. And videos like this is a prime example as to how he's being exposed. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at the health of the people out there in Mexico, when you go down to the root cause of why people are sick, why people are, dying prematurely, it all goes back to Esau. It all goes back to him. You see? Coca-Cola is now the second leading cause of death in the state behind heart disease. And this is how he destroys the poor. You see? Let's continue.
But the people here have been warned, and that doesn't stop them from getting their hands on another bottle of their favorite carbonated drink.
And why is that? Because they've been conditioned. They've been brainwashed, all right, to believe that Coca-Cola is a spiritual drink. That if you consume Coca-Cola, that your health will improve. That's actually what they've been taught out there, man. So that's why them people love it so much. That's why they drink it more than water. And even the water out there, I also believe that the water is actually under the Coca-Cola brand. You see? So every which way, Esau, he sets up death, okay? And he makes a profit. He capitalizes off of the ignorance of the people there.
Guys, I'm not making this video to pick on Mexico. I just wanted to raise awareness because it has really caught me by surprise. I absolutely love this country, its people, and its culture, and I can't wait to come back here again in the near future. Thanks everyone for watching, and have a great day. It's really prohibited to take pictures. Like, I think that's the hardest I've ever gone.
Yeah, I know, like, it will be crazy to have some pictures, like, record this parade, massive parade. It was insane.
All I wanted to do was take out my camera and get some shots, and it was too hard. Everyone was looking around, and I was able to shoot my face a little bit, but nothing what was happening. But the strangest thing about all this was, it's like a parade, like a fiesta, a celebration, but nobody was smiling. Everybody looked upset. Is that just cultural, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, pretty much people are around here, they're not like cheering up each other during celebrations, but like they look serious in this stuff. It's really, really important for them to make this celebration.
Yeah, it's a super serious. Anyways, that's what we saw here in Chamula. Too bad that I couldn't record it, but I will never forget that, man.
Sure, man.
Have you ever seen that before?
No, this is the first time I see it.
Complete madness. All right, we can close out in Psalms 10. All right, because this man, all right, a prayer for the overthrow of the wicked. Psalms 10 and verse 4. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. And you Israelites, you know what I'm saying, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you are, you know, the main enemy of the so-called white man, Esau Edom. All right? And he puffs at you continuously. Verse 6, he has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, and the secret places doth he murder the innocent. You see that? His eyes are privily set against the poor. And out there in Chiapas, Mexico, that's like the poorest town in the southern state of Mexico. And what do? He sets up his Coca-Cola factories, okay, and he oppresses the poor, man. Okay, he murders them. You see? Because as you saw, that diabetes, you know what I'm saying, diabetes and other adverse health effects, cancer and tooth decay, that's a problem out there now because of the overconsumption of Coca-Cola, okay, which is an Edomite, you know, corporation. You see? That's why it says he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. And see, Esau don't have to be there. Okay, Esau do not have to be there. As long as his corporations are there and he can push his madness and, you know what I'm saying, he can push his death and his poison, well, that's good enough for him. Okay? In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. Okay, and all them health effects and people got out there, that's him murdering the innocent, man, which the innocent are the Israelites. Okay? His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. He has said in his heart, Yahweh hath forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it. Arise, O Lord, O Yahweh, lift up thine hand, forget not the humble. Okay, so Esau, he listen, man, Esau's gonna pay for all this, man. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Esau got the mindset to where he's never gonna be in adversity, to where he's never gonna pay. But the Lord got something else for this damn devil, man. Okay, the fact that you got them people out there worshiping Coke as a spiritual part of their culture. All right, this is complete madness. You see, Coke is spiritual and deeply intertwined with their culture. It's crazy, man. But it shows you how this man is able to enchant and deceive the people so well to where they actually believe that Esau's way is the best way, but it does not lead to life. It only leads to death. All right, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying through the Rakakadash. Call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. And until next time, Shalom to the elect. Kum Yashala, Wa Babu Ball.